That's ridiculous. This thing won't let me stream horizontally. Okay. Hey, great intro there.
Listen the conversation between a student and the professor.
All right. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. They just added that in there for fun. Oh, did you wanna? Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, sure. You got. Here you go. Yeah. By the way, yeah, I'll get a chance to fill one of these out tomorrow too, so I'll give one to Troy. Yeah. I think it's a lecture was a good length. There you go. So, here's a conversation between a student and a professor.
Good morning, Professor. Do you have a moment? I'm struggling to choose a topic for my essay, and I could really use your advice.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I have a few ideas, but I'm not sure which one will work best. I want to write about something interesting, but I also don't want to pick a topic that's too broad or too hard to research.
That's a common challenge. Choosing the right topic is important because it sets the foundation for your entire essay. Have you thought about narrowing your ideas down to something more specific?
Yes, actually, at the first, I thought about writing about the impact of social media on society. But then I realized that is a really broad topic.
You're absolutely right. Social media's impact is a vast subject. If you keep it too general, you might end up overwhelmed or lacking a clear argument. Instead, try focusing on one specific aspect.
Like what?
Well, for example, you could explore how social media affects mental health, online privacy, relationships, or even political opinions. Each of those topics is more focused but still offers plenty of research material.
I think I'm most interested in mental health, especially how social media influences teenagers' self-esteem. I have read about how likes and comments can affect confidence.
That's a great choice. It's relevant, and there's a lot of research available. Just make sure you define your scope clearly. Are you focusing on positive or negative effects? A specific age group? A particular platform?
I think I focus on the negative effects of social media on teenagers' self-esteem. Maybe I could analyze how Instagram and TikTok impact their self-perception.
That sounds like a solid approach. Just be sure to back up your claims with credible sources. It would also be a good idea to include different perspectives. Some studies suggest social media can have positive effects too.
That is a good point. I should acknowledge both sides of the argument.
Exactly. A balanced argument makes for a stronger essay. Also, be mindful of your thesis statement. It should clearly state your argument and what you plan to discuss.
That makes sense. I feel much more confident about my topic now.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, don't spend too much time staring at a blank page sometimes. You just have to start writing and see where it takes you.
All right. Hey, that's great length. Good delivery for the most part. I didn't struggle to understand you. You know, occasionally you're phrasing things or stressing things in a different place than I do, but pretty clear what the problem is, pretty clear what the solution is. All right, so here's the questions you guys created. What is the student's reasons for visiting? Yes, gist purpose. That's what y'all created. Yes, and it's regional. She doesn't understand the topic. She can't find the sources. Or she can't choose a topic. She has no time to write. You missed the pronoun there, but anyway. Looks like, yeah, I think it's more of the question. Isn't that more like B would be closer to what the problem is? Is that right, more or less? You probably don't remember. I'm asking team one here. Oh, I only have one team one. Oh, two people team one. Don't have Daphne here. That's okay. Yeah. Anyway. But each are pretty distinct. Yeah, feel free to.
See?
Which one was it? That what's the student's problem? Can't choose a topic?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. C. Yeah. We're missing the pronoun there, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. That's good. I think they talked about sources at some point. I don't think they talked about how much time to write. Okay. So if y'all can make comments. Oh, boy. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the question's perfect. Maybe the question could be a little more challenging. Your opinion, whatever you want to insert in as a comment for that one. What does the professor suggest? All right, good. Now, one of the detail questions. That's, detail. So, write about both topics, narrow the focus, avoid social media, add more topics. It sounds like B, I'm guessing, right? Cool, right. Okay, pretty straightforward, and I don't think I would necessarily change it. Sometimes the phrasing is a little longer, but I could imagine seeing that on the TOEFL. All right, let's see. Why does the student choose social media and teenagers? Cool, that's another, I believe that's another detailed question y'all made. The professor told her to. It is based on personal experience. The professor suggested narrowing the topic. There are more sources. There are more sources maybe in that topic. Maybe I finished phrasing. Yeah, the phrasing of this one's a little ambiguous. Maybe I would have phrased, there are more topics, more sources in that topic, maybe to be a little more specific. But I suspect it's probably, it's not based on personal experience, was it? No, it's suggested narrowing the topic, so that's why social media and teenagers, that's more or less, I can't remember. Yeah. Oh, it's
I'm writing the comment, sorry.
No, that's fine. No problem. Okay. But anyway, each are pretty distinct, and I suspect the correct answer was probably B. Yeah. So what we're evaluating here is is it going to be challenging enough for a student taking this test? Are you guys being a jerk? Giving them a hard question, or is it clear the instructions? Yeah. So I think each question distinct, phrased correctly, things like that. Okay. All right. Why does the professor suggest including different perspectives? Good. An organization question. Put yourself in the shoes of the speaker. To make the essay longer and meet the word count? No. To show that the student has researched both sides of the topic? Maybe. To convince the reader to agree with one specific viewpoint? I don't think so. To make the topic seem more complicated than it actually is?
No.
I suspect it's B. Yeah, all right, cool, nice. All right, so that's a good organization question. Put yourself in the shoes of the speaker. I don't really hear anything. Each option is very distinct. It's challenging enough that you have to read through that and, figure out which one it is. Okay.
Listen again the part of this conversation and answer the question.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, don't spend too much time staring at a blank page sometimes. You just have to start writing and see where it takes you.
What does the professor mean when she says,
Now, don't spend too much time staring at a blank page?
All right. Sorry. Yeah, I meant inference question. Not organization. Yeah, but function. Hey, don't spend too much time staring at a blank page. The text is not written there exactly like you see on the TOEFL. That's good. That phrase, don't spend too much time staring at a blank page. Yeah, that's what I would expect on the TOEFL. The student should begin writing instead of overthinking. It's A. Yeah, that's what that phrase means.
Yeah,
Don't spend time staring at a blank page. Yeah. Students should carefully, the page of paper, right? Yeah, it's like, oh, what do I do? Yeah, students should carefully plan each detail before starting. Actually, it's the opposite. That's the opposite, right? Good. The professor thinks the students should choose different topic. Nope. Professor believes the student's topic's too complicated. Great. All right. Cool. Yeah. That was always challenging because the student only gets to hear it one time. It looks like we're only going to be able to evaluate Team 1 today.
Today we are going to talk about memory, specifically why we forget things. Now, one common explanation for forgetting is decay. The idea behind decay is that memories fade over time if they are not used. Think about it like this. If you don't practice a language, you start to forget words, right? This happens because the neural connections that hold those memories weaken. The longer we go without using certain information, the weaker those connections become. However, decay isn't the only reason we forget. Another major factor is interference. There are two types of interference: proactive and retroactive. Proactive interference happens when old information makes it hard to learn something new. Say you learn French first, and then you start learning Spanish. You might accidentally use French words when you're trying to speak Spanish. That's proactive interference. Your previous knowledge interferes with your ability to recall new information. Retroactive interference, on the other hand, is the opposite. It happens when new information makes it hard to remember old information. So, using our language example again. If you start getting really good at Spanish, you might struggle to remember some of the French words you originally learned. The new information interferes with the old information. Now, an interesting thing about memory is that forgetting isn't always a bad thing. In fact, some research argue that it's necessary. Our brains are constantly processing information, and if we remember everything, our minds will be overwhelmed. Imagine trying to remember every single detail of every day of your life. It would be exhausting. Instead, our brains prioritize what's important and discard the rest. In fact, there's a concept called adaptive forgetting. The idea that our brains deliberately forget unimportant details to help us focus on what truly matters. This helps us make decisions more efficiently and avoid cognitive overload. Another important factor is forgetting is retrieval failure. Sometimes the memory is still there, but we just can't access it at the moment we need it. You have probably experienced this when a word is on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite remember it. This happens because the memory wasn't lost, it's just temporarily inaccessible. Later, when you stop trying to remember, the word might pop into your head out of nowhere. So, while forgetting is often seen as a problem, it actually plays a crucial role in helping us function.
All right, cool. Great lecture. I know you were reading the script there, but your delivery was pretty easy to follow. I know toward the end you're probably getting a little fatigued. It's hard to keep reading, but I didn't have any issue with
I recorded that after 5 times.
You did? You practiced that one a lot, huh?
No, it doesn't that I wanna. It's not that I want to practice. It's that I keep deleting the voice by accident.
Oh shoot! Well, I guess that maybe that helped. Right. I bet the people who actually produce the textbook is like, all right, let's do take 2, take 3, and then movies they do that too. It's like, all right, let's do the whole thing again. Honestly, that the intonation, the pausing is very natural. If I was a student listening to that lecture, I could follow that. There's 4 major points. All right, so y'all are welcome to make comments on the lecture that you just heard there if you want to. So we're gonna probably do the rest of this team's thing tomorrow. We'll look at team 2, team 3, team 4. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Just review everyone's results, and then we'll do some TOEFL practice tomorrow, y'all. Anyway, let's go to lunch. All right? Okay. I'll see y'all later. Yeah. Hey. Keep this for tomorrow. Okay. Just keep it. Yeah. We'll bring it back tomorrow.